Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME and welcome back to another episode of The Silver Case. Where we last left off was we basically dealt with Tokio Morishima's with, right now we're basically waiting on Erika's chat call or chatting with the person online, basically. So we're pretty much getting into that. At the same time, we were exploring Tokio Morishima's, like, sort of encounter and sort of his ability to see ghosts. Dead people who were related to Kamui to some capacity. So we're basically kind of exploring sort of that space of sorts that we are kind of not aware of. Like, we're not really aware of what the purpose of those kind of things are for yet. So we're probably going to see where it kind of builds up onto the placement of what Tokio is going through, or Morishima is going through. Alright, let me check these things just in case, because I don't believe there should be anything changing. It's just me literally going to the computer and just continuing with the talk with Erika in the chat. Yeah. So far pretty much everything's chill, nothing too crazy. User on start. This is an open chat room. Shoot, what's missing? Erika, socks. Shoot. Nope, the answer was toothbrush. So what you lack is delicacy. Delicacy? I don't need that. This is a personality analysis game. You enter the chat room. McTurtle. Hey there. Welcome, McTurtle. Hi. We were just playing a game. A game, huh? Do you like games, McTurtle? Nope. Why not? 'Cause they have rules. Hahaha. What a badass answer. No future. Lol. You're so dumb. What is that reference to? No future? Alright, well, I don't know what that reference is, but we'll see. He says you lack delicacy, lol. Oh, do I? Delicacy is a necessity. For what? To live. Why? Because life and delicate problems go hand in hand. What's a delicate problem? Like, to put it simply, how to find someone to screw, etc. Filthy. How interesting. Want to hear more? Yeah, let's talk privately. Guess it was worth trying after all. Let's go to a locked room. Hey, what the fudge? Hey, WTF? Would you like to switch rooms? Yes, no. Yes. Transferring rooms, you have arrived. It's kind of interesting because it's not a UI format that's like similar to a computer format, but instead it's just all command prompt style, like looking of chat room stuff. Also, it's kind of sad that Shoot was not getting involved because it's a public space and he or she got like left behind. Erika's here. You entered the chat room. The chat room has been locked. Erika, it's mysterious. McTurtle, what is this? What is? The turtle is tweaking. Oh, maybe he knows you've appeared. I doubt it. What's his name? The turtle's name? It's Red. Red. He sounds like he's doing well. Yeah, pretty well recently. The turtle, right? Yeah, Red. And you? Same as always. You sound well. I guess. How's the investigation? It's coming along. You aren't gonna ask about me. No. Why not? I decided to trust my partner. Oh, really? Yeah. Once I'm ready, I'll send everything by email. Okay. Do you know about the shelter kids? What? It's the keyword for a certain set of incidents. What kind? A bunch of kids who were raised like bees inside a shelter with no sunlight. 20 years ago, 1440 kids got gathered together and educated in underground shelters. This education went on from age 4 for 4 years, starting before the kids knew anything. They were administered a perfect curriculum. McTurtle, I was reading McTurtle instead of through. Through the eradication of the self and a special kind of brainwashing, they were purged of impurities. It was meant to produce perfect and pure children. This entire plan was integrated into the city planning of the 24 wards. You should look it up. I'll check it into it. I'm gonna disappear again. I'm gonna get away from the 24 wards for a while. So you aren't just going to up and disappear permanently this time, huh? I'm just getting some distance from here for a while. Then I won't worry. Okay. How many years will Red live? Around 30. Come get him sometime in the next 30 years then. I will. Really? I promise. No horse crap. Yeah, no horse crap. Good. I feel better. Yeah? That's what I meant. That's what I wanted. Yeah. I wanted a promise. I just realized that. Okay. Tokio? Yeah? See you later. Mata ne. That's pretty much the Japanese saying of see you later, I guess. Good night. Erica has left the chat room. Before dawn. The white moon is peeking out, and the sun isn't yet visible. But the sky is already starting to get faintly bright. I always liked that time of day. I never got tired of staring up at the sky like an idiot. It's the moment that the darkness of the soul tries to lighten up. But that's simply a memory of the past. Isn't that sad? I thought so. That's a pretty sad thing. That's why I decided to sort things out in my own way. You left the chat room. User online end. I'm assuming that we're now going to transition to, yeah, his dream again, I guess. Yeah, we have the series of dreams so far with this mysterious individual who's kind of letting us know about our past, our like secret past sort of thing. Which I'm kind of curious if this is going to show us who this person's telling us like these things. I wonder who it is still. It all goes back to the city planning for 20 years ago. 20 years ago. There are all sorts of citizen activists. There are all sorts of citizen activist groups working in this area. The government was at war with itself over city planning revisions. Hachisuka was a lieutenant in one of these activist groups. That's right, Hachisuka, the current mayor. Oh, interesting. So Hachisuka, the mayor, rebelled against that plan, and so. But then, why did he still sacrifice his daughter, though, into the fold there? Into the idea of turning her into a Yame. I'm just so confused by that. And I'm very devastated in the fact that Hachisuka died the way she did, because it was so unfair for her to like not reveal too much more for what she wanted, I guess. But whatever. Mayor Hachisuka. How is he related to all of this? Just listen. At the time, Hachisuka's election as mayor with no backing from any government party was greatly affected by the Mikimo incidents. Pollution, grassroots activism, pressure from the upper class, and the city itself all came into question. That's why Hachisuka proposed a certain idea. Revolutionize the 24 wards from the ground up. He had an amazing plan. His plans for the city were absolutely perfect. How was it perfect? The brains behind Hachisuka's plan was a man named Nezu. Nezu himself was a worthless man with no ambitions to speak of. But he was a real genius. There wasn't a programmer in the entire world who could hold a candle to him. Programmer? Wasn't he a politician? Or a scholar or something? He was a programmer. It was Nezu who put together the plan to rebuild the 24 wards. That's not all. Even now, everything in the 24 wards is controlled by him. When Nezu hits the keyboard, the world literally changes. This has been continuing for the past 20 years. No way. He changed the entire infrastructure to make it possible. To Nezu, running a city is probably like playing a game. Like he's continuing to play in an imaginary world. But that affects the real world in the 24 wards. The optimization of the perfect city continues by Nezu's hand. So, he's just one guy. That's called a frickin' dictator. No, it's not a dictatorship. It's a system of control and maintenance. If this supercomputer level genius keeps control of the city, it's possible to maintain metropolitan perfection. That is the origin of the very world in which you are living in right now. And then we're kicked out of our dream. Alright, so we're basically getting information about who's in control here, at the very least. Alright, back to Jackhammer. I fear that this is the last time we're going to the bar, I feel like. Or not this moment, but like soon. We're gonna say our goodbyes to Jackhammer bartender. Do you know what my biggest problem is? No. But I'm sure you have a very good idea. Yeah. I tried purifying my heart and crystallizing it, and then thought about it. In that case, your answer must be correct. You think so? Of course. What will you do? In what sort of situation? Do it. Or run away. And? Do it, and you'll be more comfortable. But it won't feel congenial. Run away, and you're in for hell. When you think about it, that's exactly how you've lived your life up until now. I'd bet on whatever you decided. I'd bet on all the money I have on it. This isn't some frickin' horse race. You're welcome. Huh? Oh, I thought I heard you say thank you just now. Anyway. That's strange. The way the bartender just responded to Tokio about that by saying you're welcome is kind of weird. So you're saying that there's a city's underground system, huh? Yes, and that includes the Shelter Kids policy as well. So this Nezu guy was responsible for that too, huh? Shelter Kids? It was implemented by the tech faction. The 24 wards were roughly broken up, and the TRO, CCO, and FSO were fighting for power. The Shelter Kids policy was backed by the TRO, but that doesn't really mean much, because Hachisuka was bigger than those political factions, and Nezu had been controlling the balance between all of the factions. The Shelter Kids were small fry. They were like fish released into the pond to breed. They were easy to control and they moved like pawns in Nezu's game. And after the original plan ended in failure, or rather, after the prototype experiments had finished, exactly 20 years ago, Kamui Urahara was selected to be the template personality that was to replace all of the old Shelter Kids with the new. So the big bad Kamui finally fits into this. This original Kamui Urahara is known as the Format Kamui. He was a hitman who lived 20 years ago and was an expert criminal. He was a bloody man. Or maybe a man who craved blood. The original Kamui? Hold on. Wasn't the Shelter Kids policy supposed to create obedient citizens? Why use someone like Kamui? It is an interesting question, actually, because nobody ever get to the point where why they would want to duplicate a criminal or a person who can kill people so easily. Because Kamui Urahara was a soldier who followed orders. Listen, he doesn't kill on his own volition. He simply receives his orders and executes them without question. He's easy to control. You could say that in a way he is an extremely pure character. Take the criminality away from Kamui Urahara and you would have a perfect human. This is why he was chosen. But that didn't happen. No, it didn't. Kamui went out of control. He's an uncontrollable criminal. Kamui's ferality, that's a weird word. Ferality grew fangs. That, or maybe a program surpassing anything man-made, took over. Kamui is too dangerous. Kamui should be transferring to Roz anytime now. RozaldVane at any time now. Transfer. Mother trucker. All this crap is effing bananas. There are no words to properly describe what is occurring right now. But it is known that RozaldVane is going to become the next Kamui. Kill him, Who? Why do I? Right now, you're the only one who can do it. What have you seen of Kamui? What do you think Kamui's true nature is? He is a calamity, a god of destruction sent to destroy everything. I'll once again return you to the everyday life. Take back the past, and decide for yourself whether or not to kill RozaldVane / Kamui. I'm not entrusting this to you. This is your only chance to make something of your cursed life. Those foul, lingering consciousnesses inside of you will fade away once you kill RozaldVane. Wait. Are they gonna reveal? Damn it! They're not revealing who it is, still. Yeah, Tokio found out who it is, I think. Found out who is speaking to him. Dang it. Makes me wonder. This keeps me up all night. If you get it, it's a dream, so it's like, keeps me up all night in this game. Anyways, well, I hope we figure out the identity of the guy. Through Tokio's memos, maybe? Tokio might write a memo up about it. Alrighty, back to Tokio's room. I think Tokio's gonna leave this room sooner or later, after the end, or at the end of this, this particular part of Hikari, because I think that there's not a lot left for Tokio to be here for, I guess. Red. Oh, he's now calling it red. Why did they call it a kamimi in the last parts of it when we were able to move around? That usually, that bothers me a lot, that was the case. Oh, there's Tokio Morishima again. And then you. From Tokio Morishima, subject the switchyard bat. Oh, this is the bat that we saw get killed and everything. I heard a breaking sound. It was the sound of a skull cracking open. Something hot, swirled up inside, and I immediately knew that it was a lead bullet. The face of the man in front of my eyes suddenly blurred up. No way, this is bullcrap. To have to accept death on the eve of the day of fate. It's Nezu, the man who created the shelter kids. It was him. I knew from the beginning that Nezu would turn out like this. The man named Nezu was not to be made light of. He needs to be taken much more seriously, because selecting Kamui Urahara was just Nezu playing around. He had meant to create a monster from the very beginning. He used Kamui as the big bad guy in his game, like a big in-game event. He was like Godzilla appearing from Tokyo Bay. He wanted to see how the city would change in accordance with Kamui's appearance. With a passion similar to hope, he created Kamui. Nezu himself is the ultimate Kamui believer. That's why he decided to back Ayame. Ayame is pure. She is one more pawn to use in the fight against Kamui. And she is actually a killing machine. Closer to format Kamui than anyone else. But apparently Ayame will not kill Kamui. This came as a surprise. And then, that job was entrusted to a man who was simply a bug in the program. The situation is not acceptable. But, I heard a whizzing sound and the lead bullet flew at me. Gah. It was terrible. I was truly terrible. It was truly terrible. But there's nothing there's nothing that can be done, is there? For me, time was stopped forever. Ayame. Oh, Ayame. Now my dream of seeing you with my own two eyes will never come true. It's like a whistle blowing in another dimension, nothing more than a phantom echoing vaciously from afar. Alright, interesting. So that was the last thought that the bat was thinking about when he died to the sniper shot from a couple of episodes long ago. So it's pretty interesting to see that his final thoughts were that he will never get to see Ayame with his own two eyes anymore. So that's really interesting to see that he was very infatuated with Ayame, but he wanted Ayame to be like the pure, perfect woman of anybody's dreams or something. It's kind of weird though that he's thinking it like that, because Ayame and Kamui already both are like considered the perfect human, and having the two kind of fall in love makes them kind of different, I guess. And they also like made a baby out of each other. Like they had stuff and they created a baby, and that baby's going to turn into the perfect human, technically. So that's going to become really interesting to see what's going to happen from there. From you, subject, it came back, so resending. Forwarded by you. Ciao! For some reason, the mail I sent out earlier had bounced back. It's a bit late, but I'll resend it. Original message follows. How's it going, subject? Merry Christmas. 3 cheers for the end of the millennium. Love and peace to everyone. I hope the coming year is a great one for you. Kisses. Okay. How lovely. Nice. What? Okay, I guess. That's weird. Today's word. The torch has been passed to a new generation. John F. Kennedy. Perfect words. I mean, it's pretty much a... I think when John F. Kennedy talked about it, I think he was just saying that the young people are representation of, like, the future and stuff. From Tokio Morishima to Tokio Morishima, the subject is climb. The climb. Drink it all up. My very fate, all of it. And then to where, I don't know. But keep moving forward. That's my conclusion. I won't kill RozaldVane. I'll simply let everything be. But I'm going to delete the memories inside this machine that is me. I'm deleting all of my writings. If I disappear, you're sure to come here. Then you'll delete this yourself. I was able to hear the voices. When you find out about the lingering consciousnesses, and when you finally open this mail, the viruses.exe file will go to work. That is my first and last game. After that, I've decided to keep on living. Oh, is Tokio Morishima actually Nezu? So Tokio shares half a brain for Nezu, and half of the other brain is actually for Tokio Morishima of the Kamui project. Is that the case? Because he says he's deleting the memories of Tokio Morishima, which kind of gets seen in 25th Ward, where he did erase his memories. Tokio did erase his memory and left himself sleeping in a boat with Red, which I'm assuming that we'll find Tokio Morishima picking up Red when he goes back to visit Erica, I guess. And then they pretty much forgot memories and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens then to see how it lived up to 25th Ward, because I have no clue if we will see Tokio Morishima lose his memory here to show off how 25th Ward kind of explores his forgotten memory somehow. Because even someone worthless has at least part of a soul. This is how people live. That's what I've finally learned. After living everyday life in this world, even without hope, even in great fear, even when continuing to drag along that which no longer has any value, one can go on living. Specifically because of our imperfections, life has meaning. Don't you think so? Don't you? Oh, this is to Inohana. Take it slowly. What? Get the feel of it. Who's speaking? Walk my path. Everything's black in the background. What the heck? Inside a dream. Pick a flower. What's going on? Bathe in moonlight. What's going on? Yeah, what the hell? Feel the love. Everything is as it should be. Everything is in front of you. Yeah, everything's fading. What the hell? Everything is for you. Keep moving forward. Together with the light. I'm assuming that this message is gonna fade as well on it. There we go. Message is gone. Through and through. What an unfortunate son. Oh, it's Tokio's father. Why is everything blacked out? Oh no! And it's the last day of the year. Bar jackhammer. 11:57 p.m. So it's the midnight of the turn of the year for 2000. Yeah, what the hell, dude? What's going on? Oh, Tokio's drunk out on the bar? Oh. Oh. fell asleep. Guess I drank too much. Anyway. Huh? What's this piece of paper? Once you've looked up, I want you to toss the key inside the shop from the gap between the door, under the door. Then, it'd probably be best to run. In life, it's okay to stick your tail between your legs and run away once or twice. Huh. My tail isn't exactly long enough to stick between my legs, but whatever. There is no escape. Shut the hell up. So that's the end of the jackhammer. So I was right. So we did get to say goodbye to jackhammer in some sense. I heard a... Oh, there it is. I heard a message thing show up. Kill. Once and for all. Listen. Hey, listen! I'm sorry, I'm playing. This is Legend of Zelda in my head. Over here. You don't realize. This might be the last chapter of Tokio, isn't it? It's pointless. Or maybe the next chapter might explore the aftermaths of what Tokio goes through, I guess. Die. Suffer. Come here. You're insane. Oh, the bright light of the staircase, though. Effing lingering consciousness. Bullcrap. Will I ever be able to accept them? Will they finally just disappear one day? Will I end up unable to take it any longer and simply go insane? Oh, Jesus, that's a bright light. Fudge off. I think that's Tokio saying that. Oh, that's the end of Hikari. Oh, wow. Alright. That was a bit, Yami is coming soon. Hikari. Blue Monday. I'm assuming with Yami being the name of the next one, Yami is technically a term for darkness, I think, in Japanese. I think so. I might be wrong, but it is interesting to see what's gonna be the last thing for Tokio Morishima in the next installment of Placebo, or Light, Achievement Unlocked. Or is it Placebo? Is it Placebo, or was it something else? Okay, saving that just in case. So 78%. Okay, yeah, it is Placebo. I don't think the last chapter for Placebo is available yet, so that will be coming up soon. But we have to go into Danwa, which is for the second to last transmitter thing, so we'll probably see that through and through. Maybe in this episode as a preview, I guess. I don't think I want to start it because I'm afraid that it might be weirdly unavailable for me to move. So I'm just looking to see what's on the top. Because I'm concerned that I might not be able to save right off the bat. So I'm going to end this episode a little tiny bit earlier than normal. If I finish speaking, then it might be enough time to get the outro in, and that would be like the ending of the episode for like a perfect 30 minutes almost. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's it for Placebo with Hikari, episode Hikari for Tokio Morishima. We don't know what's going to happen to Morishima. So far, it looks like it's a good light ending for him, but we don't know if that actually is true, or what he's going to do, or where he goes off to. We'll probably figure that out when we get to episode Yami, or chapter Yami for Placebo, which I'm very genuinely curious what's going to go down for Tokio. So far, I feel like it was a very slow-paced episode of Hikari. But at least it was shorter than normal. But it felt sad because it didn't explore too much of it. Or give us enough information about what was really going on. There's still some questions to be asked, honestly, based off of that episode. And also previous episodes being stacked on top of it. So I'm kind of curious what we'll figure out and what the truth is when we move forward. I may probably read articles if they end up being not resolved or understandable for me. So that might be the case. Who knows? But yeah, in the next episode, we'll go into Transmitter for the very first part of it, and we'll probably move into the second to last case, which is Danwa, which is what I think is called. But otherwise, we'll see what happens, and then once we're done with Transmitter, we'll go back to Tokio Morishima if he has his last episode unlocked for Placebo. If not, then we'll just keep doing Transmitter until the Placebo stuff unlocks on its own. But basically, we'll cover all grounds of the chapters and stories and episodes that both of these two branches of story have. So otherwise, that's it for this episode, and thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode or another video of mine. And yeah, I'm going to try to aim to finish the silver case as quickly as possible here, because it's not long from finishing now, because we have 78% done. So we have about 22% left to go. Yeah, 22% left of the game left to read through and explore through. Otherwise, that's it for this episode. So, Roz, out.